Senator Johnson.
We have a crisis on our border. As I've been fielding the daily and weekly data, we have surpassed over 6,000 apprehensions per day on the southern border. 6,000. At the height of the 2018-2019 crisis, we were averaging a little over 4,000. So this is the biggest crisis we've ever seen at the border, and unfortunately it's man-made. This didn't have to happen. President Trump, with virtually no help from Congress, I did appreciate Senator Sinema's working with me on our Operation Safe Return, which to a certain extent, the idea that somewhat morphed into the Migrant Protection Program, there was a consequence and it worked. So by the end of the Trump administration, we had pretty well stopped the flow of unaccompanied children and family units coming in and exploiting our asylum laws, but even more importantly, not putting themselves in the hands of some of the most evil people on the planet, the human traffickers. We're all aware from the hearings we had of the depredations, selling children. One child in testimony, $84, sold for $84. Young girls being given birth control because they know such a high percentage are going to be subjected to rape. The ransom for the kidnapping, the beatings that are videotaped and sent back down to Central America. The fact that the border is secure on the other side, very few people are able to cross without either paying or being indebted to the human traffickers for thousands of dollars. How do you think they pay that off? So this crisis is man-made by the Biden administration. And it's created because the Biden administration reversed the successful policies of the Trump administration. They ended the Migrant Protection Program. They were not really working with Mexico and Central America to stop the flow. And what's even more depressing is we've got a couple $2 billion in contracts out there. We'd complete about 450 miles of either replacement wall or new wall. 250 miles we're basically contracted for. And those contracts have been canceled. When we were down on our Codell to the border with about 18 or 19 Republican senators, we talked about how landowners have had their irrigation systems cut off during the construction process. Now those irrigation systems aren't going to be reconnected. They'll lose a year worth of crops. Again, 6,000 people apprehended. That doesn't count the getaways. That doesn't count the drug trafficking. And so this amendment to this bill recognized the fact that we've got about 270,000 tons of steel bullard that's basically been produced or being contracted. This will be scrapped. $2 billion worth of contracts that we'll probably just lose the $2 billion and we won't get the fence built. So what my amendment does is similar to a bill I've introduced, would just simply force this administration to abide by those contracts and complete the 250 miles of wall that will help secure our border. And my final point is, I want to fix the problem of illegal immigration. I want to fix the problem with the DACA children. I want to have a robust legal immigration system that adds to our economy, that doesn't force people to put their hands in the most evil people on the planet, the human traffickers. But the only way we can do that is we have to first fix the problem at the border. And what's so depressing is we were that close. We'd stop the flow of unaccompanied children. We'd stop the flow of family units, complete that fence, so we could have really secured the border, which means we've completed the first step and we can move on to immigration reform that actually works. So again, I offer this amendment and I urge my colleagues to support it.
Mr. Chairman.